Jack was born on the 16th of October 2002. He was 8 pounds. He was my firstborn. I actually have 5 children. We have 4 daughters after Jack, but he was the one that made me a mum first. He was healthy. He was always into machinery and cars. Like, his first word was car, train, anything with an engine, he was obsessed. But he loved, camping and fishing, and his dad always had him out. I learned how to enjoy the outdoors because we lived in far north Queensland in Weipa. When Jack was about 6, he got sick. He got a flu, and it was really bad. He was sick for quite a while. And about 6 months later, I went over to the lounge room and I asked Jack to come up to the table for tea. Instead of just getting up and coming over to the table for dinner, he actually crawled across the floor and used the couch to get himself up. And I looked at my husband and I said, this can't be just because he's been sick from that flu, like something's going on. So over the next sort of 6 months, we were flying in and out of Cairns, seeing doctors, seeing specialists, but they took a muscle biopsy and it come back that Jack had Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
And it was just, gradual stuff. It wasn't like big changes straight away. Like, sometimes getting up, I'd have to some people, older people, have to put their hands on their knees to push up to get off the ground. Had to do stuff like that, or go over to furniture or something and use to help me get up. Eventually couldn't walk long distance and that, so I had to get a scooter.
And by the time he was 13, he was in a wheelchair full time. So he can use his hands from the wrist, but lifting his arms up, like to scratch his face or to bring food to his mouth, has now also been taken away from because of Duchenne.
He's always positive. He's never negative. He has a couple off days every now and then, but in general he's just a great kid, always happy. And that's just one of his main attributes that he has.
Yeah, so when I was a bit younger, they actually reckon my expectation was 19, they reckon. And I'm very past that now, yeah.
We were told life expectancy is between 19 and 25. Because of their vulnerabilities to having heart failure or getting pneumonia from a cold. Whatever time Jack was going to have, we wanted to make sure that it was quality. And our goal then was to try and get Jack to experience as much as possible.
We came up with the idea. We were talking about it for a while, what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We came up with the idea to do the Trade Up Challenge.
They're like, all right, we're going to start with a toy van. I thought he was crazy. I'm like, okay. And he's like, we're going to turn it into a big van. I'm like, righto.
Yeah, it started with a little toy van, yeah.
We kept trading it up. We got to some Apple gear, which was a really good trade.
Yeah, we had the gear, we didn't need it anymore, so we ended up selling it for the money, and then we put that into my GoFundMe.
My sister rallied up with some fantastic people in Townsville, and she's like, all right, and got an adventure package. And the theory behind that too is we want to do it as a thank you. So those who are donating, it's a way of us giving back to somebody else.
Without that vehicle, I can't access things I want to go do, go to the movies or down the beach.
So we want to give that to someone and say, thank you, you have that adventure. And we'll get Jack a wheelchair accessible car so he can have his adventures.
The main goal we're trying to get to is 30,000 to get the van. Yeah, and a lot of the money so far has been money people have donated and money I've thrown into the GoFundMe myself as well.
He's 22. He wants to live as an independent young man.
Always waiting on a taxi and you've got an appointment at a certain time, there's no guarantee to that.
It's always frustrating when that happens. Yeah, or sometimes I accidentally send the wrong taxi. This is one of the ways I can get to this goal myself, because I can't work and get a job and get money for the car, so trying other means I can do. We've got, heaps of awesome stuff we can do. We've got social media, that's a good platform I can use to get that out there for people. So just want to get this goal done for myself. Don't have to rely on everybody else to do it. Other benefits too is it'll, encourage other people to get out and do stuff. But Doesn't matter what your abilities are, like you can still get out and get shit done.
It was hard. We felt a bit guilty as parents of like, why aren't we providing this for Jack? But I also knew that, you know, Duchenne has taken a lot from our son, and I didn't want it to be something like us doing it for Jack felt like we would be taking something as well. So it was sort of us having to step back and say, you know what, we'll stand by the sidelines and watch and cheer you on and support you however we can. We want this to be something that you can do for yourself, something he can take back.
Then it won't be the end of my journey after I get this van. It'll be still coming up another awesome goal. Or even might help somebody else get a van. Yeah.
That's solid. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be awesome.